Have you ever logged into your Google Ads account only to see the big red flag, Circumventing Systems, or your account is now suspended? It is one of the worst feelings for somebody that does media buying for a living. It's happened to me. It's happened to many of my friends. And today we're going to be talking about how to avoid those bans and what to do if you get banned by Google Ads and the right way to respond, the right way to act before you lose your accounts forever. So that's what we're going to cover today. Let's get started. Hi, my name is Joey Babineau. Welcome to the Powerhouse Affiliate channel. If this is your first time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like anything related to paid media buying, online affiliate marketing, and digital marketing in general. That's what we'll be talking about on this channel. Today, I want to talk about the Google Ads platform and how to avoid getting suspended and what to do if you get suspended, because I've covered this topic before about a year and a half ago on this channel or on one of my other channels, and had lots of questions afterwards, and lots of things have changed. So today we're going to get a detailed checklist. You can get free access to this checklist at the end of the video. I'll show you how to get access to it. We're going to talk about what to do if you get banned and all the things that we need to consider when creating ad accounts and when running our ad accounts. So if you're just getting started in Google Ads, this is an extremely important video to prevent you from losing access to Google Ads forever. If you're running paid media and all of a sudden you log in and it's gone, then this is also for you. So let's get started. We're going to go into my computer and I'm going to talk about what's happening here. So here is inside the Powerhouse Affiliate portal. This is our training platform. You can see that we have full access to lots of things here. But over on the left-hand side, you can actually join free and you can get access to our Google Ads ban prevention checklist. We do have many other checklists as well, including some in our courses. But anyway, here we go. We're going to be talking about some of the things that I missed in my previous video, and there might be some overlap of what I talked about a year and a half ago. But today we're going to be talking about a little more detail. So this is the checklist, and I'm going to go through it briefly and explain each item so that you can understand what to do and what not to do, okay? So the first thing we're going to cover is the Google Ads account business setup. This is the first step for a lot of people. They sign up to Google and they immediately get banned because they did it improperly. For example, when you sign up to Google, you're going to want to make sure you are on a real residential IP. You're going to be using your own computer, and you want to make sure you're using real business details or your own personal name. If you make up any of this, or if you're on a VPN, or if you're in a different country than where you're putting your address for your business, this is going to immediately trigger automated bots to pretty much ban you immediately. And so you want to make sure that you don't do that. The next step is you're going to want to, before you set up any campaigns, you're going to skip through the campaign setup process when you are signing up. But once you're in your Google Ads account, you're going to want to register a custom business domain instead of using free domains or raw affiliate links. So for example, you're not going to be using a Wix domain or a WordPress.com domain. You're going to want to make sure you have your own business site. So you're going to have everything on that business site. And you're going to see in this checklist, there's certain things you're going to want to have on your website. Next, you're going to want to avoid using any prepaid or virtual credit cards. A lot of people immediately get banned just for using a fake, or not a fake credit card, but a prepaid card. And lots of scammers out there are using those cards. Next, you're going to want to warm up the account with your new domain, or if it's an existing domain, that's even better. If you already have a business site and you already have something running, or you already have a fully developed website, that's what you're going to be wanting to warm up your account with. Now, if you're an affiliate marketer, this is especially important that you warm up using high quality ads and keywords with very compliant niches. So for example, e-commerce offers are very good for warming up your Google Ads account. So these are things like drones, or fans or air conditioners or heaters. These are all those e-com products that CPA affiliates are running. It doesn't hurt to just throw in a campaign and let it run on a low scale to kind of warm up your account so people Google can see that you are actually running compliant ads. Other things like pet niches and stuff like that are very clean and helpful for warming up your account. So next, we're going to be talking about compliant destinations and landing page setup. You're going to want to make sure your landing page loads properly on both desktop and mobile devices with no strange scripts. So one trick you can use is connecting your website to the Google Search Console and then see if anything flags on the Google Search Console before you start submitting this domain to Google Ads. And you can also use other tools to do this, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. You're going to avoid bridge pages that solely pass users through to an affiliate offer. And you're going to want to make sure you provide unique content on your domain or on your landing page. And you're going to have linkages either in the footer or in the header with actual navigation to more content on your website. This is deeply covered in our course, the Google Ads Masterclass 2.0. You can get access to that course inside the Powerhouse affiliate platform, where we go into much more depth on actual examples of landing pages that are fully compliant, all the steps you need to take to build that landing page, and how to also increase your quality score with your landing pages. So for more detail on that, check out the link down in the description for the Google Ads Masterclass 2.0. Next, you're going to want to make sure you do not include misleading content, fake urgency, or exaggerated claims on your landing page. Next, let's talk about the linkages from your ads, okay? And the tracking you're going to be doing. This is a huge one and often results in either a flag for malware or a Circumventing Systems ban on your Google Ads account. So make sure you pay attention to this section. Do not use raw links or affiliate links. Do not direct link in your Google Ads. You're going to direct users to a legit landing page that you've built using the previous checklist, as well as some of the details we share in our example landing pages. You're going to want to avoid tracking platforms frequently flagged by Google, such as Volume and Bmob. So Volume and Bmob, for some reason, have been flagging Google accounts for a long time because of the way they set up their custom domains. And they use CNAME records. For some reason, it flags Google Ads malware. And oftentimes, affiliates are immediately banned just for using those platforms. So I recommend using Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, and CPV Lab Pro, which is a approved tracker through Google. They are certified with Google, okay? So there's also a link for CPV Lab Pro down in the description if you want a discount on that. Anyway, ensure that the final destination URL remains consistent across all ad variations. So you're not going to have multiple different landing pages, especially in your first few campaigns. You're going to be warming up here. You're going to want to make sure that you have the same landing page in all of your ad groups, okay? Next, you're going to make sure you're not using cloaking. Don't have any type of redirects on your domain, nothing like that. And if you're going to split test, do not do it with a redirect or a PHP script, especially when you're first starting on your Google Ads account. You want to make sure that you're using the Google Ads experiments. And do not use any deceptive tracking setups that attempt to bypass Google's review process. This is very common sense stuff. You should understand this already, but make sure that you are following these rules here. Next, let's talk about ad copy and compliance. A lot of people do everything right up until this point. They get to the ad and they start making unreliable claims, or they're doing stuff that's misleading. For example, using keywords like guaranteed results or lose 25 pounds or earn $500 a day. This is going to get you flagged immediately, and sometimes it's a ban that you'll never reverse. You're going to want to make sure that your ad copy aligns with the landing page content, and this prevents mismatches, but also improves your quality score. You're going to use neutral, value-driven language. So instead of save $1,500 on insurance, say things like compare insurance plans. Now, keep in mind, as you warm up your Google account and you get to the millions of dollars in spend, like my account is over 7 million now in spend. I'm doing things a little more aggressive because I have multiple accounts now under a manager account and multiple different domains. So I'm trying to spread out the risk here. And over time, you can start to do little things here and there. But when you're first starting out on a new Google Ads account, this is very important that you follow these rules. Do not overuse capitalization, emojis, or exaggerated symbols in your ad text. This will automatically trigger a compliance issue. For your campaign structure and scaling, You're going to want to start with a low budget and gradually increase your spend to avoid triggering a review. So if you start a new ad account and you come in and jack your budget to $5,000 a day, Google's like, hold on, wait a minute. What's happening here? Maintain normal CTR and conversion rates to prevent algorithmic flagging. And this is important not only on Google, but also Facebook as well. I find this. If your ad is too aggressive, gets insane click-through rates, this is going to trigger another bot to say, whoa, what's happening here? What are they doing that's different than what we expect the CTR to be? There's actually a column in your Google Ads account that says expected CTR. If you're double or triple the expected CTR, they're like, whoa, something's happening here, okay? So make sure that you're not doing anything crazy with your ad headlines or your ad descriptions, especially at the start. Make gradual optimizations rather than abrupt bid changes to maintain your account stability. This is not only good for compliance, but it's also great for performance as well. Next, number 6, some common things to avoid suspensions and your common pitfalls. Maintain a clean account history to prevent long-term flagging. So this means make sure your business name and your address, if you change it on your website domains, make sure they match all the time, okay? Something very simple. Avoid creating multiple accounts to bypass suspension, as this violates Google Ads policies. And a lot of people make the mistake. They get banned and immediately go and try and set up a new account. Completely wrong way to do this, okay? I'm going to talk about how to deal with suspensions in a second. So if an ad is disapproved, you want to fix the issue before you submit a proper appeal, and then you're going to resubmit once the issue is fixed. And you might be saying, hey, I don't even know the issue. They never even told me the issue. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. Now, you're going to regularly review Google advertising policies because these compliance requirements change frequently. I'm constantly reviewing policy. If I get an email from Google Ads, I'm always reading the policy. They also change their platform regularly, so join newsletters. There's a link for the Stacked Marketer newsletter down in the description below. That's a good newsletter to follow. They talk about ad platforms and changes to the policies, and they keep you up to date with news. Also, join our portal where we talk about changes all the time to Google Ads and other ad platforms. So make sure that you're staying up to date and you're part of a community or a newsletter that keeps you in the know. Use one domain per ad account. This is important as well because if you have 5 domains on one ad account and one of them flags, that whole entire account is gone. So what I like to do is I like to split that up and have separate domains on each sub-account. So we're using a Google Manager account with multiple sub-accounts, and we're set up as an advertising agency. That's the business itself is an advertising agency. So that's the next one. Use manager accounts with sub-accounts. This is also great for performance as well because you're going to be warming up pixels or warming up the algorithm, on Google Ads. And you just want to warm it up on one account with one domain and all of the products that domain might be selling. It's also good for managing your clients if you are using their websites on each sub-account. So you're going to want to stay transparent and avoid aggressive marketing tactics that may appear deceptive. So for example, if you are running an affiliate offer and you're saying it's free, but in fact the customer has to pay something to get access to the offer, this can be caught by the system and you can be actually flagged for misleading customers. So be careful there. You're going to want to verify your business on Google Ads before the deadline. Another very important step. And it helps you get access to better support, gets access to their contact us linkages, and you might even get yourself an ad account rep, which is very useful in situations that we're moving into now as to what happens if you get suspended. Now, one of the most common suspensions I'm seeing from people is the Circumventing Systems ban. Also, we're talking about the malicious software ban. Those two are very important. Now, other ones are typically editorial bans where you said something in your ad and it kind of flagged and you broke a rule. I highly recommend you just read the ad policies, what you are and what you are not allowed to run. It's one of the most simple things you can do yourself as an advertiser. Simply read the rules of Google Ads. Now, here's the steps to take if you're suspended, and these won't always result in favorable endings. So let's just keep it clear. Sometimes you're banned for life. But here is the process to take, no matter what the ban is. The first step you're going to want to do is definitely do not just go and create a new ad account. This is the worst thing you can do. It's going to immediately trigger the system to make it look like you knew you did something wrong. Now let's go back and create a new account. And most people don't even know how to create a new account. First of all, you're going to go check all your emails to see if they have sent any details about what you did that violates Google's policies. Now, one thing we never had before was AI. And AI is actually much smarter today, especially with all of these issues and thousands of people around the world getting banned by Google Ads, talking to AI. AI is learning the process of getting people unbanned from Google. So what you can do is if you've gotten an email that is maybe very generic, maybe there is a small hint in there that explains what potentially could have been the reason for your ban. Take that email, bring it to AI, and ask it if it has any details that it can decipher from those messages to indicate a hint as to what might have happened on your website or on your account itself to have flagged the system. Sometimes you can get an answer there, and then the next step is you're going to scan your website for malware. Now, there are a few ways you can do this. You can ask your server themselves to do a scan and see if there's anything on your site that might have flagged. You can check the Google Search Console because Google has its own way of scanning websites, or you can use another free tool online. Just search for malware scanner or anything like that and scan your website. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you fix this issue before you submit any type of appeal or messages to your ad reps and stuff like that. Before you do any of that, you have to fix a potential issue that has flagged your system. Next, you're going to check your business information and your contact page and make sure they match, because you want to make sure when you're dealing with your appeal that the first time they look at this, if anybody ever looks at it, they see a match between who they're talking to and what their website was that they sent traffic to. They want to make sure it's the same thing here. Now, before you appeal, check if you can contact your account manager. Now, in many cases, you are going to get an account manager. Most of the time, these account managers are only contacting you to try and get you to spend more money. Oftentimes, if you've been running Google Ads for any period of time, you know more than they do about Google Ads and how they work. However, that is your first human contact with Google. While they might not have any authority, they might not have any power whatsoever, they do have somebody above them that is a manager that is managing them. So what you need to do is first contact your account manager and deal with a human first and say, hey, listen, I got a ban. I need to figure out why, what's happening here. And sometimes, rarely, they might have an answer and they'll be able to tell you immediately if it's something simple. If it's a circumventing systems ban, you're likely going to have to go to the next level and say, I want to talk to your manager. Please have them look at this and figure out what's going on. Sometimes that level will get you an answer. Before you appeal, you want to do that step, okay? Because once you go into the appeal process, you are now into an automated system. It's not going to always be a human looking at your appeal. It's going to be automated. It's going to see, it's going to retest everything that you've done and see if you fixed anything or changed anything in your system or setup. That's why you have to change something first. Okay, next, you're gonna do the official appeal. You're gonna include any relevant information. And now this is where AI is extremely helpful because most people don't know how to speak to Google. They don't know how to professionally explain what happened or what you might think caused the issue. If you think you know what happened, it's extremely important that you mention that in your response and say, look, I made a mistake. I didn't realize this was gonna flag my account. I'm a legit business. Here's my business documents. We've been doing ads on Facebook and we are trying to expand on Google. Be extremely honest and be upfront. And you can use AI to craft a perfectly good message that has perhaps even proven to have worked for others around the world. You can even ask AI, give me a message that has worked for others to get their accounts back for circumventing systems ban. So next, you're probably going to get rejected the first time. unless you've done extremely well so far. But you do have another opportunity to reappeal. And oftentimes this is where, if you've done a whole bunch of good information and you've made changes and they can detect changes, you might actually get a human review with someone with an actual heart, a heartbeat, and looks at it and says, look, this guy legit made a mistake. Let's just flick the switch. Boom, you get your account back. That's typically how it works. Now, sometimes you either don't get the human or you get a human with no heartbeat, okay? And they just don't care. They just leave the switch turned off. They don't care. You did something stupid. You're out. You're out of Google Ads forever. Bye-bye. What do you do next? Well, at that point, we go back to ad accounts. And that is not something I want to cover on this channel because it breaks the terms of Google ad policy. If you want further details about that, maybe you're going to have to meet people in a community. And by the way, we have a community at powerhouseaffiliate.com. So if you want more information on other steps you can take to improve your Google ads, either check out the link down in the description or come join us for free. You can get access to this checklist. Come to powerhouseaffiliate.com. And we are giving this checklist away for free. So just come to our website, sign up, and come into the portal, and you can get access to that. If you have any further questions, please feel free to post them down below in the comments or come in the portal and post in there. And we'll see you in the next video.